All right. Welcome to the Ralph Miller Classic, the 48th annual Ralph Miller Classic. This is day 3. This is the fourth place matchup between the Soldan Tigers and the Emporia State Spartans. Or not Emporia State, just Emporia Spartans. These two schools lost yesterday, Soldan to Shawnee Mission South, and then Emporia and to Andover Central. All right, here's the tip, controlled by the Tigers. Number 25, Dylan Martin, drives underneath the basket and scores. Soldan employing a full court pressure. They employed it yesterday against Shawnee Mission South. Emporia missed shot by number 41. Charles Snyder. It's rebounded by number 24, Hunter Hines, and out of bounds off the Tigers. It remains Emporia basketball. Hines has it at the top of the key, gets it underneath to Hines, passes it out. Hines from a corner shot 3, he makes it, making it 2-3. Looks like there'll be an official timeout on the court for an injured player. That injured player is number 2, Connor Hoyt. Looks like something with his eye. An update on the Big 12 SEC Challenge. The Big 12 leads the SEC 3-2 as the Kansas Jayhawks defeated the Tennessee Volunteers in Lawrence just recently. All right, Soldan with the ball. Number 1, Phil Mark passes it to number 10, Mark Ford. Almost turns the ball over. They get the ball back. Number 25, Dylan Martin with the 2 points. Number 35 for Emporia, Skylar Douglas in the corner, steps out of bounds and turns the ball over, giving it back to the Soldan Tigers. Phil March drives and passes it over to number 10, Mark Ford. Mark Ford goes up with it, but the travel foul is called, and it's a turnover by the Tigers. Emporia gets across the half-court line, breaks the pressure. Number 41, Charles Snyder drives and scores. That's 2 points. Soldan is wearing their home white with maroon trim, and then Emporia their away reds with the white lettering. Soldan drive by number 25, Dylan Martin. He turns the ball over. Looked like a travel. He turns the ball over. Looks like there's a bit of a collision on the sideline over here with an Emporia and a Soldan player. Number 41, Charles Snyder's shot is missed. Rebounded by Soldan. They have possession of the ball on their side of the court. Number 4, Javante Robinson thought about the 3-point. He passed it over in the corner instead to number 10, Mark Ford, who did take the 3-pointer shot. It was missed. Emporia looks to get out ahead in transition. The shot is missed. Rebounded by number 41, Charles Snyder. He misses a shot, gets a rebound. Then number 25, Soldan, got the rebound. He drives underneath in transition, and he misses the shot, but a charge foul is called on number 25. That's going to be his first personal, and that's a first-team foul of the half. And that's another turnover by the Emporia Spartans. Number 2, Connor Hoyt, tried to control the pass, but it was overthrown and went out of bounds. Emporia leads 5-4 with 5:10 left in this first quarter. Tries to pass it in the corner, but it's not open. Gives it to 25 at the top of the key. He passes it over to Martin, who passes it back to Phil March, who misses a three-point shot, but it's rebounded by number 22 of the Tigers, Larry Mack. It goes out of bounds off of the Spartans, and it's Tiger basketball. The inbounds pass to number 25, Dylan Martin. The ball ends up in Javante Robinson's hands. He passes it back over to Phil March. Phil March passes it over to Javante Robinson, who drives. Thinks about taking the shot. A jump ball called, alternating possession to the Emporia Spartans. Emporia gets it across the timeline, passes it to number 2, Hoyt, underneath the basket, who then gives it up to Snyder, whose shot is missed, rebounded by number 22, Larry Mack of the Tigers. Javante Robinson drives, giving it up to Mark Ford. His shot is blocked underneath, rebounded by the Emporia Spartans. Number 35, Skylar Douglas takes a shot. Three-point shot from the corner. It's missed, and it'll be Soldan basketball. Looking to check in is number 5 for Soldan, Quentin Hicks. He comes, number 21, Michael Rice, also comes in. They're in for number 4, Javante Robinson, and number 10, Mark Ford. Pass underneath. The pass is underneath to Larry Mack. He can't handle it, and it goes out of bounds off the Emporia Spartans. It's going to be Soldan Tiger basketball. All right, number 1, Phil March passes it in to number 5, Quentin Hicks, who drives and passes it over to 21, Michael Rice. Phil Martin takes it back out, looks to drive here. Drives, nothing there, gets number 41 off of him, and he takes a shot, missed, rebounded by number 5, Bo Bumgardner. Number 2, Connor Hoyt drives, draws 2 defenders, and passes it over to an open Charles Snyder, who puts it on the floor and scores an easy, quick 2 points, putting the Emporia Spartans up 7-4 with 3:08 left. It's a 30-second timeout for the Soldan Tigers. Just an update, the Kansas State Wildcats are taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa tonight. The Kansas State Wildcats are currently up 25-23 with 7 minutes left in the first half. All right, Phil March drives. He gets trapped in the corner, passes it back out to number 25, Dylan Martin. Dylan Martin takes a corner three-point shot, and it's good, tying the ball game at 7-all. Snyder passes to number 35, Douglas, who drives under and passes it out to Bumgardner. Number 35, Douglas, takes the shot. He misses, rebounded by Hoyt of Emporia, who gives it back to Snyder, and he gets an easy 2 points underneath the basket. An ill-advised pass by number 5, Quentin Hicks, and it goes out of bounds. It's a turnover by the Soldan Tigers. It'll be Emporia basketball. In for Soldan is number 20, Kevin Lipscomb. Hoyt drives, looks to pass out, nothing there, so he takes the shot and he'll make it. Ball is controlled by number 1, Phil March, who passes it over to number 5, Quentin Hicks, who gives it back to March. March shot fakes and travels in the process. It's another turnover for the Soldan Tigers. Down by 4. Number 2, Connor Hoyt gives it up to number 35, Tyler Douglas, who then gives it to Bumgarner and gives it back to Douglas. The pass is hit out of the air, and it's number 5 for Soldan gets it, takes it, drives, and then it's an offensive foul. That's going to be the first team foul for the Emporia Spartans on number 5. That's his first personal. All right, shooting 2 for the Soldan Tigers is number 5, Quentin Hicks. He misses his first of 2. Number 23, Chance Gilpin checks in for the Emporia Spartans. And then number 3, Ronald Holmes checks in for number 1, Phil March. The second one is on the way, and he misses that one as well. Rebounded by Snyder, who gives it back to Hoyt, who gives it up to Bumgarner, who looks to drive. The dribble stops, so he gives it back to Hoyt, who drives underneath. Goes up with it and is blocked from above. He throws it onto a Soldan defender, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Emporia basketball. Inbound to Hoyt. He goes up with it. He misses it, but gets his own miss. There's a scramble for the ball on the floor. Jump shot called. Alternating possession to the Soldan Tigers. All right, number 3, Ronald Holmes is going to take it across the timeline. Number 21 gets the feed. Number 21, Michael Rice gets the feed underneath, misses the shot, but is fouled. He'll be shooting 2 more free throws. It's going to be the second team foul. And it's on number 5, Bo Bumgarner. And that's his second personal, the second one he's got in this quarter. He's going to be coming out of the game, and he'll be replaced by number 3, Camden Kermer. Number 21, Michael Rice makes his first free throw. Here comes the second one, and he makes it, making the score 9-11 in favor of the Emporia Spartans. Hoyt tried to do something, lost the dribble, got it back, and then gave it to number 3, Kermer, who gives it to number 23 in the corner. He then passes it back out to the top. Hoyt has it in the corner again, tries to get it to Snyder. Snyder's not open, trying to work in the post. Snyder kicks the ball. No kickball called. 30-second timeout called by the Emporia Spartans. It was a smart call because it would have been a turnover the other way. All right, coming out of the timeout in for Emporia, number 2, Connor Hoyt, number 35, Skylar Douglas, number 41, Charles Snyder, number 3, Camden Kermer, and looks like number 23, Chance Gilpin for the Tigers. Number 3, Ronald Holmes. Number 22, Larry Mack. Number 20, Kevin Lipscomb. Number 21, Michael Rice. And number 5, Quentin Hicks. With 6 seconds left, Connor Hoyt has the ball. Out of bounds off of the Tigers. Inbounds pass underneath to Charles Snyder, who makes it, making the score 13-9 at the end of 1. All right, we're at the start of the second quarter. The Soldan Tigers trail the Emporia Spartans 9-13. The original starting 5 for the Spartans are on the court. And the 5 that Soldan finished the quarter with, they have on the quarter now. And a pass into Snyder is taken away by number 22 for the Tigers, Larry Mack. So it's Soldan basketball, controlled by number 5, Quentin Hicks. Passes it over to number 20, Kevin Lipscomb. He travels and turns the ball over to the Spartans. Coming in for the Spartans is number 1, Phil March, and number 25, Dylan Martin. It's Emporia basketball. Hoyt takes it across the half-court line. Bumgarner drives, gives it up to Hoyt, who gives it up to Snyder, who puts it up, misses, rebounded by number 22, Mack. Snyder then gets the ball back, gives it to Bumgarner, and he takes the shot outside. He gets it, making it 16-9. Pass underneath to number 21, Michael Rice. He gets the easy 2-point basket. Charles Snyder looking to do some work underneath. It's popped out by number 22, Larry Mack. Snyder was the last one to touch it. It's Soldan basketball. Number 5, Quentin Hicks drives and gives the ball to number 22, Larry Mack, who takes a couple of dribbles underneath the basket, puts it up, and gets a 2-point basket, bringing the Tigers within 3. Number 35 for Skylar Douglas for Emporia looks to pass the ball. It gets taken away by the Tigers, but they turn the ball right back over, thanks to number 24 diving on it and giving it back to number 35, Douglas. Hoyt has it in the corner. He's guarded by March. Hoyt passes it underneath to Snyder, who tries to do something fancy underneath the rim. He doesn't make it. Number 21, Lipscomb with the rebound. Gives it, number 25, passes it over to March. Thinks about the 3-point shot. It's not there, so he'll dribble it out to the top, looking for somebody to pass it into. Passes it back across the court to number 25, Dylan Martin, who drives. Passes it underneath the basket to number 22, Michael Rice. His shot is blocked. The Emporia Spartans now have it. Bumgarner drives and is fouled right before the drive by number 5. Quentin Hicks. That's going to be his first personal. That's going to be the second team foul of the half. In for the Soldan Tigers, number 10, Mark Ford. And number 4, Javante Robinson. He's coming in for number 21, Michael Rice. Connor Hoyt with the ball. He drives, stops, and shoots underneath the basket. He misses it. Fight for the rebound. It's eventually rebounded by number 22. Larry Mack. He then throws the ball away to the Emporia Spartans. It's a turnover. Number 35, Skylar Douglas took an outside shot, misses it, rebounded by the Spartans. Hoyt has it underneath. An extra pass to number 5, Bumgarner, who makes it, giving the Spartans a 6-point lead over the Tigers. March drives, passes it over to number 4, Javante Robinson, who gives it back up to Phil March, who passes it over to number 4, Javante Robinson, and he makes the 3-point shot, making it 16-19. Soldan yesterday did not have much success against Shawnee Mission South shooting the 3-point ball. It's good to see one fall for them. Number 4, Javante Robinson, tries to take the ball from the Emporia Spartans. He fouls number 24, Hunter Hines, in the process. That's going to be Javante Robinson's first personal and the third team foul of the half. Hoyt thought about taking the 3-point shot in the corner, but instead decides to dribble out, puts the ball on the floor, almost taken by number 1, Phil March. Feed into number 41, Snyder, who is fouled by number 22, Larry Mack. That's going to be his first personal foul and 4th team foul. Ball is passed into Snyder, who passes it into Hoyt. Snyder underneath, puts the ball up and makes it. Soldan Tigers can't seem to find an answer for Charles Snyder underneath the basket. Number 4, Javante Robinson, drives in to give Phil March an open 3-point shot, which he makes, making it 19-21. A 2-point lead for the Tigers. Javante Robinson tries to take the ball from the Spartans. They eventually get the ball back, giving Bumgarner a free drive to the rim. Gives it up to Charles Snyder, and then it's out of bounds off of the Tigers. It'll be Tiger basketball. Spartan basketball. Inbounds pass. Number 25, Dylan Martin gets a hand on the ball and knocks it back out. The Spartans will be throwing in from the sideline now. Looking for Hoyt, then looking for Bumgarner. Tries to get it to Snyder. He gets it into Snyder. Snyder looks to drive. He drives. No dribble is stopped. He's fouled. He's fouled and one. The ball falls. Snyder has an opportunity for an old-fashioned 3-point play here. The foul's on number 22, Larry Mack. That's going to be his second personal and the 5th team foul. Here comes the first shot by Snyder. He misses it. He was a 1-and-1 shot. He misses it. Rebounded by number 25, Dylan Martin, who gives it up to March. March drives, passes out to number 5, Quentin Hicks, who thinks about a 3-point shot, gives number 1 the ball back. He misses his 3-point shot, but it's rebounded by number 25. Number 25, Dylan Martin. He's fouled by number 35, Skylar Douglas. That's going to be his first personal and the 3rd team foul of the half. The Tigers look to inbound. They inbound to Dylan Martin. He shoots. Number 25, Dylan Martin, shoots a 3-point shot, and he makes it, bringing the Tigers within 1. It's 22-23 with 3 minutes left to go in this second quarter. Bumgarner for the Spartans drives and gets an easy 2-point right in the middle of the Soldan Tiger defense. Number 1, Phil March, gives it to number 10. Mark Ford. He misses his 3-point shot. Rebounded by number 24 of the Emporia Spartans. They put it up and it's missed. Phil March drives. He's fouled on the drive. He's going to be shooting 2 free throws. The foul is on Emporia's number 24, Hunter Hines. It's going to be his first personal and the 4th team foul on the game. Phil March will be shooting the 2 free throws here. The first one is up, and he makes it. Number 21, Michael Rice, comes in for number 4, Javante Robinson. Congratulations to the Lady Blue Comets with their win today at Pittsburgh. They beat Blue Valley North by a score of 50-49. Here comes the second shot, and it's good, making the score 24-25 in favor of the Emporia Spartans. Here's Bumgarner with the ball. Passes it over to number 35, Skylar Douglas, who dribbles and gives it to number 24, Hunter Hines. Number 35, Douglas, has the ball again, gives it to 24, Hunter Hines, who's going to take the 3-point shot from the corner, and he makes it, pushing the lead to 4 points. Ball to number 5, Quentin Hicks. Gives it to Phil March, who gives it back to Hicks. Hicks drives, nothing there, falls down, tries to put the ball on the ground. He falls over. Charles Snyder on the breakaway. He gets called for the charging foul. That's 41. That's going to be his first personal foul, and it's going to be the 5th team foul. All right, Phil March is going to run point here for the Soldan Tigers. He passes it over to number 5, Quentin Hicks, who then gives a cross-court pass to number 10, who tries to get it inside to number 25, Dylan Martin, but it's taken away by Charles Snyder of the Emporia Spartans. He runs it down the court and gives it to Hoyt. Hoyt takes it back across the middle, drives, and it's taken away from behind by number 10, Mark Ford, who gives it to number 5, Quentin Hicks, who takes a shot, missed, rebounded by number 24, Hunter Hines, who gives it to Connor Hoyt underneath the basket, scores in transition, giving the Emporia Spartans a 6-point lead with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go in the half. Checking in for the Emporia Spartans will be number 3, Camden Kermer, at the next stoppage of play. Number 5, Quentin Hicks' pass across the court is deflected, and it's deflected out of bounds by the Emporia Spartans. It remains Soldan basketball. In for the Soldan Tigers, number 4, Javante Robinson, who gets the inbound pass from March, who then gives it back to March in the corner. He gives it back to Robinson at the top, who then passes it over to number 5, Quentin Hicks. Quentin Hicks tries to bounce pass back to March. It's picked off by Hoyt. Hoyt takes a transition shot. He misses it. Rebounded by number 5, Quentin Hicks. There's foul on number 2, Connor Hoyt. Then a technical is called again on number 2. That's going to be his second personal. Two fouls in one play. That's going to be the 7th team foul. Number 23, Chance Gilpin, looks to check in for number 2, Connor Hoyt. All right, number 1, Phil March, is taking the 2 technical free throws, and then the Tigers will get the ball back since it is a technical shot. He makes the first of 2 free throws. He takes the second one, and he makes it as well. So that brings the Soldan Tigers within 4. They're going to get the ball back, and there's 54 seconds left in the second quarter. Passes it in to March, who gives it over to Hicks, who then drives, giving it to Robinson, who gives it back to March at the top. March drives, then gives it to Robinson, who thinks about the 3-point shot, decides against it, gives it back to March. Hicks drives, it's almost hit away, but then Robinson gets the ball back, gives it to Hicks at the top, who gives it over to March. March is going to take a three-point shot. It's missed, rebounded by number 24, Hunter Hines. Number 3, Camden Kermer, almost gets the ball taken away from him. Number 35, Skylar Douglas. Looks like they're going to hold on for the last shot, being defended by Javante Robinson. He drives, an easy drive in the middle, and scores. Last second shot by the Soldan Tigers, Javante Robinson, number 4. He misses it, blocked. It's blocked by number 35, Skylar Douglas. So it's halftime. The score is 26-32 in favor of the Emporia Spartans. All right, we're getting ready to start the second half here of the of Game 3, Day 3 of the Ralph Miller Classic. This is the fourth place matchup between the Soldan Tigers and the Emporia Spartans. The Emporia Spartans hold a 5-point lead, or I'm sorry, a 6-point lead after halftime, 32-26. A nice play there by the Tigers. Number 22 Michael Rice goes, or Larry Mack, I'm sorry. Number 22 Larry Mack goes up, misses it, gets his own miss, and goes back up. He gets his own miss, goes back up, misses it, but he's fouled by number 41 Charles Snyder. He's shooting two, makes his first one, making it 27-32. Here comes the second one. He misses it, rebounded by Connor Hoyt. The Tigers played pressure there. The Spartans broke it pretty quickly. Number 24 Hunter Hoynes drives and gets fouled on the drive. The foul is on number 22 of the Tigers, Larry Mack. That's his third personal and the first team foul of the half. Shooting two will be number 24 Hunter Hines. He shoots the first one and makes it. There goes the second one. He makes that one as well. All right, possession goes back to the Tigers. Number one, March, drives and passes over to number 4, Javante Robinson, who drives, passes it back out to March. He then passes it over to number 5, Hines. Hicks, I'm sorry, who loses the ball. March gets it back on the floor, but then Hicks travels and turns the ball right back over. Hines to inbound to Bumgarner for Emporia. Bumgarner's going to take it. Bumgarner passes to Hoyt, who takes it across the half-court line. Passes into Bumgarner, who passes underneath to Skylar Douglas, who then goes up with the ball and makes it. Just like that, the lead has been extended to 9 points for the Emporia Spartans. Number 4, Javante Robinson takes the three-point shot and makes it. Number 4, Javante Robinson takes the long three-point shot. It's off the backboard and goes out of bounds. It will be possession toward the Spartans. They inbounds it, and they look to be playing sort of a token full-court pressure here. Hoynes is being guarded by number 4, Javante Robinson, very closely. He's got nowhere to go with the ball. He passes it over to number 35, Douglas, who tries to drive, guarded by number 5, Quentin Hicks. Bumgarner drives on March. He loses control of the ball, and it ends up in number 5, Quentin Hicks' hands, who drives, tries to get fast break points, and it's blocked by Skylar Douglas at the rim. Checking in for the Soldan Tigers is number 21, Michael Rice. He's coming in for number 22, Larry Mack. Inbounds to number 4, inbound to number 24, Javante Robinson. Then gives it to number 21, Rice, who scores underneath the basket. It's Emporia basketball now. Number 35, Skylar Douglas drives and gets an easy two-point basket. Number 1, March gets it across the half-court line, passes it over to number 5, who gives it back to March. March almost loses the ball. He gets the ball back, gives it underneath to number 21. Number 21, Michael Rice goes up, misses the shot. rebounded by the Spartans. They bring it back down the court, try to get it underneath to number 35, Skylar Douglas. It was a good feed, or it was a good play, but the feed was bad, and he missed the pass inside. It went out of bounds off the Spartans, and it will be Soldan Tiger basketball. Good defense by the Emporia Spartans. It'll be a kicking call on the Spartans. Stays with the Soldan Tigers. Number 4, Quentin Hicks drives, passes it back out to number 25, Dylan Martin, who takes the short shot. Fight for the rebound. Foul on number 41, Charles Snyder. That's going to be his third personal. And the second team foul of the half. The Tigers inbounds number 5. Number 1, March, takes the three-point shot on the outside. He misses it, and then there looks to be a foul on the Soldan Tigers. Number 4. That's going to be their second of the half. And that's number 4, Javante Robinson's second personal foul. He's going to go sit on the bench, replaced by number 3, Ronald Holmes. They pass it into Snyder, who gives it up to Bumgarner and takes it across the half-court line. Bumgarner drives, guarded by March, and gets the easy lay-in. That's a 10-point lead now for Emporia. They've opened up the half on fire. Number 25, Dylan Martin takes the three-point shot. It's missed and rebounded by number 41, Snyder of the Spartans. He takes it across the half-court line and gives it to Bumgarner, who looks to do some work. Looks like there's there was a foul on number 1, Phil March. That's going to be his first personal and the third team foul. All right, Bumgarner looks to drive, gives it over to Snyder. Snyder's going to do some work in a mismatch on Phil March. Phil March holds his ground, staying on Snyder. They give it underneath to Snyder. And there is a pushing foul on number 21, Michael Rice. That's going to be his first personal and third team foul. I'm sorry, fourth team foul. Subbing in for the Soldan Tigers, that's number 10, Mark Ford. He's coming in for number 1, Phil March. Pass it into Snyder, who gives it right up to Hoyt, who passes it across. Tried to pass it across to number 24, Hunter Hines. The ball goes off the rim, and there was a charging call away from the ball on number 5 for the Tigers. That is Quentin Hicks. That's his second personal, 5th team foul of the half. With 3:41 left in this third quarter, the Emporia Spartans lead 32-42. The Soldan Tigers have 2 fouls to give before the Emporia Spartans find themselves in the bonus. Pass in to Snyder over number 21, Michael Rice. He can't finish at the rim though, and the rebound is to number 25, Dylan Martin of the Tigers. Underneath to number 21, Michael Rice. He goes up, scores 2 points. The Soldan bench wanted to travel on that play. None was called. Number 35, Skylar Douglas, puts up the ball. He misses, rebounded by number 41, Charles Snyder. He misses his putback, rebounded by the Soldan Tigers. Thought about the corner 3 over there. Number 3 thought about the 3. Tries to get underneath to number 21, Rice. It's hit away by 41, Snyder. And then there's a foul on number 21, Michael Rice. That's going to be his second personal. And that's going to be the 6th team foul. One more foul to give, and then the Spartans will be shooting free throws. Number 22 comes in. Number 22, Larry Mack. And number 4, Javante Robinson comes in. It looks like ball is ended number 2, Connor Hoyt, who's going to take it across. He drives underneath, passes it back out to Snyder, who takes the three-point attempt. He misses on an air ball. There's a foul underneath by Bo Bumgardner. It's going to go to the Soldan Tigers. That's going to be Bo Bumgardner's third personal foul, and that's going to be the third team foul on the half. Javante Robinson, dangerous pass to number 20 or number 10 for the Soldan Tigers. He's going to take a three-point shot. Misses it, rebounded by number 25, Dylan Martin, who passes it back out to number 3, Ronald Holmes at the top. Drive by Javante Robinson. There's a foul on the floor, number 5, Bo Bumgarner. That's going to be his fourth personal foul, and he's going to come out of the game, replaced by number 3, Camden Kermer. That's the fourth team foul of the half. Bo Bumgarner probably will sit on the bench here until late in the game if they need him. Inbound pass to number 4, Javante Robinson. He's able to handle it. Gets it over to number 25, Dylan Martin in the corner. He takes the shot, and it's good, making it 37-42. There's a foul on number 3, Ronald Holmes. The Soldan Tiger bench wanted a push off. He'll be shooting a 1-and-1. Hoyt shoots the first one. He misses it. Rebounded by Javante Robinson of the Soldan Tigers. There's a travel underneath. He seemed to be pushed in a bit of a hold underneath. No foul called. It was a travel on number 22, Larry Mack. Head coach James Washington wanted Larry to go up with that ball and not try to put it on the ground. Tigers playing full court pressure again. Number 24, Hunter Hines, gets behind the Tigers defense and is fouled underneath. That foul is on number 10. That's going to be his first personal, and that's going to be the 8th team foul of the half. It was a shooting foul, so Hunter Hines will be shooting 2 free throws. He shoots the first one, and he makes it. And here's the second one. He makes that one as well. All right, the lead. The Emporia Spartans called a timeout. The lead is 7 for the Spartans, 44-37, with 1 minute and 44 seconds left to go in the third quarter. There's a technical foul during the timeout. It was on the Soldan bench. One of the assistant coaches got called for the technical, so we're going to come out of this timeout with Connor Hoyt shooting 2. Since it was a technical foul, they will be getting the ball back after these 2 free throws. The Soldan coaches are pleading their case here. Very unhappy with the officials. All right, the Emporia Spartans to inbounds from the far side of the court. Gets it in to Connor Hoyt. He's going to take it across the timeline. Guarded by number 3, Ronald Holmes, and then Connor Hoyt travels. The Emporia fan base here wanted a foul called on the Soldan Tigers on number 3. Nevertheless, it was a travel, and the Soldan Tigers possessed the ball. A dangerous across the court pass by number 4, Javante Robinson. Luckily, number 25, Dylan Mark, was able to haul it in. Javante Robinson drives, gets it out to number 10, Mark Ford, who takes the three-point shot and makes it, brings them within 6. Number 22, Connor Hoyt, takes a shot, or drives, passes it back out. Open three-point shot in the corner by number 35, Skylar Douglas. He misses, rebounded by the Tigers, looking to come within 4. Javante Robinson takes a long three-point shot. It's missed. Fight for the rebound. It's off. It's off of the Soldan Tigers. Number 22, Larry Mack, hit it out of bounds. Fighting for the rebound with number 41, Charles Snyder. It's Emporia basketball. Hoyt has it. The ball is picked away from behind him. It's a fight for it on the floor. He gets the ball, gives it to number 3, Ronald Holmes, who drives, gives it underneath to number 4, number 4, Javante Robinson, who is then fouled by number 24, Hunter Hines. That's going to be his second personal and the 5th team foul. All right, the Soldan Tigers to inbound. Gets it to number 25, who then passes it up to Javante Robinson at the top. A blocking foul is called. A charging foul is called on number 4. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. With 31 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter, the Emporia Spartans lead 46-40. Inbounds to Charles Snyder, guarded by number 22, Larry Mack, on this end of the court. He gets it across the timeline before the 10-second time expires. They're going to hold for the last shot here. Wait for 10 seconds to run their offense. Gives it. Skylar Douglas kept the ball, gave it to Connor Hoyt, who the Emporia coach just called the play. Looks like it's not going to work. They're going to have to put it up. Gets it underneath to Snyder. He gets blocked, but it looks like there's a foul, and he'll be shooting 2 free throws. The foul is on number 4, Javante Robinson. That's going to be his 4th personal foul and the 10th team foul. Charles Snyder's going to be shooting 2 here in this in-between quarter break. He misses the first one. It stays 46-40. Here's the second one. He makes it. Number 5, Bo Bumgarner, is going to be checking into the game with 4 personal fouls. That's the end of the 3rd quarter, 40-47. All right, the Emporia Spartans get the ball in to number 2, Connor Hoyt. Number 5, Bo Bumgarner, has checked into the game with 4 fouls. Number 35, Skylar Douglas, drives underneath and gets 2 points, giving the lead, extending the lead to 9 for the Emporia Spartans. Number 1, March, thinks about driving. He dribbles around. He doesn't drive. He drives, gets it back out to number 10, who almost gets the ball stolen away from him. Hoyt tries to knock off the passing lane. He doesn't. 3-point shot by Dylan Martin. He nails it, bringing the Tigers back within 6. The Tigers are playing a man defense. And Snyder just dribbles right around it. Charles Snyder dribbles inside and scores 2 points for the Spartans. 8-point lead. March thinks about the 3-point shot, gets it over to number 3, Ronald Holmes, who gets it, tries to throw it inside, but turns the ball over. Back to the Spartans. Here comes Bo Bumgarner down the court, tries to get underneath to Charles Snyder. There's a fight for the ball. Emporia, the Spartans come away with it. Bumgarner drives, wants to travel. Ronald Holmes, foul on Bumgarner. That's going to be his 5th personal foul, and he fouls out of this basketball game. Coming in for Bumgarner is going to be number 3, Camden Kermer. Number 25, Dylan Martin, thinks about taking a 3-point shot, drives instead. He gets the ball back and travels, turnover by the Soldan Tigers. All right, coming out of the timeout, it's going to be Spartan basketball with a 8-point lead and 6:30 left to go in the game. Pass it into number 35, Skylar Douglas, who gives it over to Snyder, who looks to drive. He drives underneath, misses the shot, rebounded by number 10, Mark Ford. It's going to be Soldan basketball. Phil March has the ball, looks to drive with it, passes it over to number 5, Quentin Hicks, who gives it back to March. March passes it over to number 3, Ronald Holmes, who then gives it to number 22, passes it back out to number 10, who takes a long 2. It's missed. There's a tussle underneath the basket. Number 3, Ronald Holmes, picks up number 24 of the Spartans. That's Hunter Hines. That's his 3rd personal in the 7th team foul. That gives the Tigers 1-and-1 opportunities from here on out. Here comes the first half of the 1-and-1. He misses it. Rebounded by number 24, Hunter Hines, who gives it out to Snyder. Gives it up to Connor Hoyt to get it across the scoring timeline. Hoyt drives, gives it back out to Snyder. Looking to do something with the ball. He gave him the outside. He goes around outside, takes the shot, misses it, but there's a foul on the play by number 22, Michael Rice. That's going to be his 4th personal foul. I'm sorry. 4th personal foul, and that's the Charles Snyder will be shooting 2. He misses the first of the 2. Coming in for the Soldan Tigers, number 25, Dylan Martin. He's coming in for number 22, Larry Mack. Here comes the second shot, and he makes it, extending the lead to 9. The Tigers pass it around the arc. Number 25, Dylan Martin, takes the shot from outside. He misses it. Rebound to the Spartans. Hoyt looks to go coast to coast, gives the ball up to Douglas. Douglas dribbles it around in the corner, almost trying not to get trapped, gives it up to Snyder, who then gives it back to Douglas, who scores. Skylar Douglas with 2 points for the Emporia Spartans. Number 5, Quentin Hicks takes the three-point shot. He makes it, making this 46-54. Looks like there's a foul before the inbounds on number 25. Dylan Martin, that's going to be a second personal. The Spartans are in the double bonus, so they'll be shooting 2 free throws. Connor Hoyt's the one at the line. After possessing a 1-point lead at halftime, the Kansas State Wildcats are now down to the Alabama Crimson Tide by 10 points, 43-53 in the Big 12 SEC Challenge. The Big 12 holds a 3-2 game lead. Another game going on is the Kentucky Wildcats. They're playing the Texas Tech Red Raiders. They're in United Supermarkets Arena in Lubbock, Texas, and the Texas Tech Red Raiders are down by 8. Later tonight, the number 1 Baylor Bears will be traveling to the Florida Gators, hoping to, hopefully, if these two games go the way they are, tie up the Big 12 ACC Challenge. All right, number 35, Skylar Douglas possesses the ball. Gives it over to number 3, Camden Kermer, who gives it back to Connor Hoyt. Douglas on the left side thought about a three-point shot, drives in, and there's a foul on the inside on number 25, Dylan Martin. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. They will be shooting 2 more free throws. Skylar Douglas is going to be shooting 2 free throws, I'm sorry. He makes the first. Shoots the second one, misses it, rebounded by number 21 of the Tigers. All right, here is Phil March bringing the ball down the court. Drives in, passes out to number 10, who gives it back to March, who takes the drive in the middle, goes up with it, blocked, but he's fouled. He'll be shooting 2 shots. It was a shooting foul. All right, Phil March misses his first one. Here comes the second. He makes it, brings the game within 10. A long pass. They break the press, giving it to Hunter Hines underneath, and number 24, Hunter Hines, gets a basket. Phil March with the ball. Number 10, Mark Ford, tries to get the ball back to Phil March at the top. He misses it. It's picked off, and it's a turnover. Snyder gets the ball underneath. He misses the shot. Rebounded by number 21, Michael Rice. It'll be Soldan basketball. Phil March drives underneath and scores. He doesn't have a lot of size, but he's really fast, and he gets in the middle of the defense and scores before any of the Emporia players can react. The Alabama Crimson Tide now lead the Kansas State Wildcats by a score of 58-23. All right, the Emporia Spartans lead the Soldan Tigers by 10 with a score of 59-49 with 3:42 left to go in the fourth quarter of the basketball game. Both teams come out onto the court after a 30-second timeout. It'll be Emporia basketball. Number 2, Connor Hoyt, gives it up to number 24, Connor Hines. Again, Soldan's applying a full court pressure, which the Emporia Spartans beat with ease. Skylar Douglas drives off the outside. Now the Soldan Tigers fall back into a man defense. I'm sorry. Hoyt drives and gives it up to Kermer. Hoyt drives, passes it out to Kermer. Active hands by Phil March. He knocks it out, and it goes out of bounds. Coming into the game for the Soldan Tigers is going to be number 3, Ronald Holmes. He's coming in for number 10, Mark Ford. And number 4, Javante Robinson. He will be coming in for number 21, Michael Rice. All right, number 2 for the Spartans, Connor Hoyt possesses the ball. Gives it to Snyder. Again, the Spartans lead by 10. The inbound pass, there's a travel call by the Charles Snyder. Turns the ball over with a travel. .2:14 left to go. The Soldan Tigers trail the Emporia Spartans by 10. The score 49-59. Number 25, Dylan Martin takes a shot from behind three-point line. It's missed. Rebounded by number 41, Charles Snyder. He gives it up to Connor Hoyt, who drives down and gives it to Hunter Hines. Timeout called by the Emporia Spartans. It's going to be a full 60-second timeout. The girls wrestling team, the Chinook girls wrestling team, went into Independence today. It was a junior varsity meet, and the girls wrestling team took second place in that meet, so congratulations to them. All right, both teams come out onto the floor now. Emporia leading the Soldan Tigers by 10 with a minute 52 left to go in the fourth quarter. The Spartans trap Connor Hoyt over on the sideline. There's a foul called on number 1 of the Soldan Tigers. That is Phil March. That's going to be a second personal. Double bonus. Connor Hoyt's going to be shooting 2. He makes the first one. Here's his second shot, and he makes it. Score is now 61-49 in favor of the Emporia Spartans. Javante Robinson takes a three-point shot. He misses it, tracks down his miss, gets his rebound, puts it back up, and scores 2 points. There's a foul on looked to me like number 3 of the Spartans. Ronald Holmes. That's going to be his second personal foul. 2 free throws coming for the Spartans here. Number 2, Connor Hoyt. He makes his first shot. And misses the second one. Rebound by... There's a foul called on the floor. Number 25, Dylan Martin, fighting for the rebound. There will be 2 more free throws coming for the Spartans. Number 3, Camden Kermer, will be shooting them. He misses his first of 2. And makes the second. The lead now is 63-51, 12-point lead with 1:25 left to go in the game. March looks to drive, thinks about taking a shot, drives inside anyway, puts a ball up. Misses, rebounded by number 3, Camden Kermer. He then travels underneath the rim, and it's going to remain with the Soldan Tigers. Phil March to inbounds the ball. He's going to take a corner 3-point shot and makes it. 54-63 with 109. The Soldan Tigers will be taking a full timeout. Points. It's Emporia basketball. They inbound it to Snyder, who gives it back to Hines. Hines is in trouble, so he gives it to Hoyt. Hoyt's in trouble now. Timeout called by the Emporia Spartans. right, after the Emporia timeout, it'll be Emporia basketball. They come out on the floor leading by 9 with 1:02 left to go in the game. The Kansas State Wildcats have pulled within 3 of the Alabama Crimson Tide. 7:34 left to go in the game. Hoyt gets fouled by number 3, Ronald Holmes. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. Hoyt's going to be shooting 2. Here comes the first. He misses it. Coming in for the Emporia Spartans, Camden Kermer. He's checking in for number 23, Chance Gilpin. Second one is missed. Fight for the rebound. It goes off of the Emporia Spartans, out of bounds, and it'll be Soldan basketball with 55 seconds left to go, trailing by 9. Passes it over to Javante Robinson, who then gives it up to Quentin Hicks. Over to Javante Robinson. He shoots an outside three-point shot. In and out, rebounded by Charles Snyder. Hunter Hines looks for Connor Hoyt to take it across the half-court line. He travels, but it's not called. Gives it to Charles Snyder. Misses the shot, but is fouled on it. Number 5, Quentin Hicks. That's going to be his 3rd personal foul. It was a shooting foul, and Charles Snyder will be shooting 2 free throws. He misses the first of 2. He makes the second one, pushing the lead back up to 10. It's a 4-possession game now. Looking for an open 3-point shot. Quentin Hicks takes his, and he makes it, 57-64. A timeout, full timeout taken by the Soldan Tigers. All right, out of the full timeout. An update on the Big 12 SEC Challenge. Big 12 leads the SEC 4-3. And the Wildcats trail the Alabama Crimson Tide 58-61. 7:12 left to go in the game. All right, the Emporia Spartans inbound to number 35, Skylar Douglas. Looks like the Tigers are going to foul. It looked to me like the foul was on number 5. It could have been on number 4, though. The foul was on number 1, Phil March. That's his 3rd. 18.2 seconds. Shooting 2 will be number 35, Skylar Douglas. Checking into the game for the Emporia Spartans is going to be number 3, Camden Kermer. He's coming in for number 23, Chance Gilpin, who checked in during the last timeout. Desperation time here for the Soldan Tigers. Number 1, March puts it up. He misses the 3-point shot. It goes out of bounds off of the Tigers fighting for the rebound. I'm sorry. It goes out of bounds off of the Spartans fighting for the rebound. He passes it in to number 5, Quentin Hicks, who takes a shot. Misses it, rebounded by number 41, Charles Snyder. And that should do it. There you have it. The third place team in the Ralph Miller Classic is the Emporian Spartans as they beat the Soldan Tigers by a score of 66 to 57. 9-point win. Yeah, it's a plaque presentation.